Some say that facing challenges builds character and perseverance. Adric McKinney will tell you he is living proof that those words are true. The 6'8" forward just completed his senior season at TCU, but despite all he's done as a basketball player, it's his journey off the court that is truly inspiring. McKinney grew up on the north side of Fort Worth as the oldest of 4 brothers and 2 sisters. Times were hard for his family as they struggled financially in a rough neighborhood.
When it's cold, no hot water, we had to boil water, put it in the bathtub, like boil it in a big, it's probably like a crock pot, probably about this big. And then we had to boil it, and then we put it in the bathtub. And then I take it back to my brother would go.
McKinney spent a lot of time growing up at the Boys and Girls Club. It was there that he developed his love for basketball. But it was his parents who instilled values in him and kept him out of trouble when it would have ban easy to make bad choices.
I mean, we had a high crime rate, so they was like, no, but my friends come knocking on the door, can you come outside? And they're like, no, you can't go outside. No, I can't go outside. But there was a lot of activity going on. There was drugs outside. There was a lot of stuff. But we never understood that. But now I look back on it, like half the dudes that I was outside with, either they in jail or,
Adric bounced between 3 different high schools, finally landing at Trimble Tech just about 15 minutes from TCU. It was there he met Angelina College head coach Todd Neighbors. Neighbors recruited McKinney along with many Division I schools, but when other schools backed out because of academic issues, Neighbors would not give up. He took McKinney to Angelina in Lufkin, where he would spend the first 2 years of his college career.
We preach to all of our guys, but I did it, a lot to Adric was being a better person, a better player, and a better student every day. The other thing, obviously with him having a son, we use that a lot to motivate him academically. I
love Coach Neighbors. He did a lot for me. He was always there for me, even when my son was born. They drove me back down here, so I could see him being born.
When the chance came for him to sign with TCU, McKinney didn't hesitate. It meant he could be close to his new son, Adric Jr., his parents, and play for a school that at the time was headed for the Big East.
When Adric first got here, man, I hated the guy. I'm not going to lie. I was like, man, look, who's this big dude, man? We ended up honestly, I ended up loving him like a brother. He's definitely inspiring. He's not only doing it for himself, he's doing it for his family.
McKinney continued to grow both as a person and a player, but still McKinney credits his father as being one of the most influential people in his life. He had to have his leg amputated when Adric was in elementary school due to an infection. He still inspires his son.
I look at him like he got 1 leg and he still do all this, so I'm like, I'm healthy, I got 2 legs, so why can't I achieve? I done seen him do everything.
Adric only hopes that he can make as big of an impact on his son as his father made on him. Clint Foster, TCU Sports Now.
TCU's own Garland Green did not win the slam dunk contest at the State Farm College Slam Dunk and Three-Point Championships in Atlanta last week. In fact, he did not even make it out of the first round. He threw down this impressive blind-eye windmill dunk, but the judges just weren't loving it. Although it seemed like no one was close to the man that won the contest, Doug Anderson from Detroit was the leader from start to finish. The exclamation point on his belt-winning performance was this jaw-dropping 360 between the legs dunk. That was incredible. Garland had this to say about the competition. To the TCU community, thank you for all your love and support. I am proud to represent you as a fellow Frog. Go Frogs. TCU equestrian team is headed back to the NCEA National Championship Tournament for the 7th straight year. The Frogs are the only program in the nation to earn a bid to the tournament in every year of its existence, so already quite an achievement. Let's take a look at how the Frogs match up against the competition in Waco. Here we see a brief review of the Horned Frogs season to this point. If you look at the Hunt Seat squad, they bring a 9-5 overall record into the tournament, and they locked up the 5th seed. That's the highest seed that the TCU Hunt Seat team has ever had in the tournament, so that's going to be a big deal for them. They bring 2 All-Americans in, including sophomore Demise Stiegler, who's a first-team All-American, and they have wins over tournament teams including New Mexico State, SMU, Baylor, and K-State. Hello, Horned Frog Nation. I'm Clint Foster. Thanks so much for tuning in for the final Monday Sports Now webcast of the semester. Now here's what's going on in TCU sports. The NFL draft has come and gone, and 5 former Horned Frogs have found new homes with NFL teams. Wide receiver Josh Boyce headlined the class, being selected with the 5th pick in the 4th round by the New England Patriots. Boyce will no doubt flourish under the watchful eye of Bill Belichick and future Hall of Fame quarterback Tom Brady. Also selected in the draft was defensive end Stanley Maponga, who was taken by the Atlanta Falcons in the 5th round. He will likely compete with Malachi Goodman for the starting job at defensive end, left open by the departure of John Abraham, but he could also play linebacker. In addition to the draftees, 3 former Frogs also signed free agent contracts. Running back Matthew Tucker inked a deal with the Philadelphia Eagles, wide receiver/returner Sky Dawson with the Washington Redskins, and offensive lineman Blaise Foltz is joining the New Orleans Saints. We certainly congratulate each of them and wish all of them the best of luck going forward. The TCU baseball team rebounded after a tough start in their series against the red-hot Kansas State team to win their final game on Sunday 5-2 in the Little Apple. The TCU pitching staff turned in yet another solid outing, and Jansen Whitty led the Frog offense, going 3 for 3 with 2 walks and an RBI. The Frogs lost the series, putting them at 20-23 on the season, 8-10 in the Big 12, with a game against Texas Southern up next at home on Tuesday night as the march toward 500 continues. The men's tennis team was knocked out of the Big 12 championships in a semifinal loss to top-seeded Baylor 4-1 on Saturday at OU's Headington Tennis Center. The Frogs swept Texas Tech in the first round on Friday, but it was the Bears who asserted themselves as the better team by and large. The Frogs did get a win from their top doubles duo of Nick Chappelle and Will Stein, and JT Sundling earned TCU's lone victory in singles. The Frogs are now 18-9 on the season, and we'll have to wait to see if they will earn an at-large bid in the NCAA championships in May. TCU's last NCAA tournament appearance came in 2010. On the other side of tennis, the women's team also was bounced from the Big 12 championships, this time in the quarterfinals by Oklahoma State in a 4-2 loss on Friday. The Frogs fought hard, earning wins in 2 of their first 3 singles matches from Stephanie Tan and Big 12 champion Simona Perahova, but in the end it just wasn't enough as OSU reeled off 3 straight match wins to take the victory. Like the men, the Lady Frogs now have to wait to find out if their NCAA tournament fate. The announcement will come tomorrow at 4:30. That's it for today's webcast. Again, I'm Clint Foster. On behalf of my partner Andre Dean and all of us here at TCU Sports Now, thanks so much for watching, and go Frogs.